Hello there, hello there, hello there. Thank you to everybody tuning in live. And for those of you watching on replay, hold on. I am sending out my notification to Instagram and we will get started. All right, I guess I'll put you right here. Trying to keep it so I could just look in one spot, right? All right, good stuff, guys. All right, how's everybody doing? I pray that your Wednesday is going extremely well. Today is going to be really good. I'm still in my Easter series. As you know, the first day I gave you the team, I'll review that a little bit even on today. And then yesterday, yes, we had a really good time talking about Easter and why it's important to explain to your team why this particular big day matters so much. So go ahead, invite people to tune in. Please share the link, all that stuff you all know to do, because I'm telling you, today is going to be well worth it. As usual, let me know who's watching. Give me your name or where you're watching from, I should say. Let's get started with that. Let me make sure I got my water. You know, your girl got to stay hydrated. Thank you for those of you that were praying last night as I taught as a part of our preaching program. I preached teaching, of course, on hospitality, and my topic was unshakable hospitality. So I'll post the link so that you all can watch that message. I pray that it blesses you. And I see you guys coming on. Good. Hey, Kimberly, glad you're tuning in from Houston, Texas. I plan to be your way really, really soon. And let me go ahead and just tell you guys today is probably going to be the last day that I'm teaching this week. I may be able to jump on tomorrow or Friday, but it definitely won't be around this time. I got to travel. So maybe it'll be later in the day because I want to try to keep it going because I'm really having a good time and I am appreciating the feedback that you all have been sharing with me, that you have been enjoying this series. For those of you that are new to my channel, I'm Robin Ware and I am a church consultant. I actually am an ordained elder and I'm in school working on my doctorate of theology, or my doctor of ministry, I should say. So church is what I do. So I am very, very passionate about what I teach. And as we prepare for Easter, I thought that this would be an amazing topic to help you and your ministry. Listen, if your pastor's not on, your executive pastor's not on, your director of ministries, whoever it is that kind of manages your marketing and your processes, share this video with them because it's going to be a blessing. All right. So let me jump into the teaching again. Thank you guys. I see you all shouting me out. Thank you for jumping on. So here we go. I want to again remind you that Easter is the most attended Sunday of the year. As we say, one of my pastor friends said that it is our Super Bowl, right? And if we want to reach more people for Christ, we got to start preparing now. We cannot just stumble upon Easter doing what we've always done. I taught yesterday, I asked the question, do we need a separate, a special, a unique marketing plan for Easter? Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, look, y'all got my big pencil out. Yes, we do. Yep, we need to be writing big plans for Easter. I'm so excited about what Easter is going to bring. Let me give you guys these stats. I shared this yesterday, but a 2023 Lifeway research study found that 80% of Americans said they would attend a church service on Easter if invited. But here's the real point that I want to share. Let me see. I wanted to share. Oh, here it is. 82% of unchurched people say they would consider attending a church if personally invited by a family or friend. A family or friend. However, only 2% of church members actively invite someone for Easter. Listen, pull out the pencil. Who are you going to invite for Easter, for Resurrection Sunday? Hey, Bishop, glad to see you on, sir. Who are you going to invite? Yes, we cannot miss this amazing opportunity. So today I am going to, like I said, recap a little bit what I taught on Monday, but I'm going to give you a strategy. Really, you can start it as soon as 60 days out, depending on your church. Today may be a great day to start it. So what I'm going to share, take notes, and then you can apply it as it fits for your particular ministry. I'm going to give you intentional steps about marketing, communication, and outreach. Those are key, the three key things as it relates to preparing for Easter. All right. So, number one, you need to establish marketing goals and objectives. That's right. Your girl's already given you homework. When you meet with your team, the team that I talked about on Monday, the first thing you want to do is define, what are we trying to achieve? Without clear goals, we don't know if we're making an impact. So we got to set measurable objectives to help us stay focused. And I said this, and I meant it. And I wasn't trying to be offensive, but you cannot let people in the church that have a voice, that don't have a marketing experience, guide this. They cannot drive this for your ministry. This is too big of a day. It's too important. Souls are at stake. So you need to make sure that you've got professionals guiding this objective. All right. So define what your primary goals are. Is it to increase attendance? Is it to grow online visitors? Or is it to increase engagement? Is it to impact and influence people in your neighborhood to come to church? Depending on what your primary goal is, that will help you define your plan. All right. So the second part of that, which is really key, is to set SMART goals. I know I got some smart people on, so I don't even really have to go into this with you. But what does SMART goals mean? We know that it is an adjective. SMART stands for specific. Type specific in the comments. Type specific. I see you, Pastor Swenson. Glad to see you on as well. Type specific in the comments. When I say specific, guys, I mean specific. This is what's going to keep your team focused. So if somebody comes up and says, well, I want us to go to XYZ neighborhood. No, if our goals are that we want to attract people that are, Gen X or, baby boomers, whatever, we need to make sure that that's our focus. So specific. The second part, the M in SMART, stands for measurable. I always say this, what gets measured is what gets done. So you got to make sure you measure what it is you're trying to achieve. So then afterwards, you got some data that you can look at, you can analyze, and it will let you know, did you hit the mark, miss the mark? Were you close to the mark? What worked? What didn't work? Right? And then achievable. That's the A in SMART. You want to make sure that your goals are achievable. If you're currently seeing about 5 visitors a Sunday, you do not want to set achievable goals of 100 visitors for Easter. If you're right now seeing about 5, your achievable goal should probably be about 20, right? Maybe up at about 25%. So make sure that it's achievable and then relevant. That's the R in SMART. You got to make sure it's relevant to where you are. All right. No reason for you to set goals to go after people that live 30 miles away. Now, if you're looking to increase your online audience, then maybe so, right? But I'm just talking about for in-person. And then the T, of course, in SMART is that it is time bound. It is something that you can do in the amount of time that you put this plan in place. All right. So imagine if you could double your outreach efforts by just planning ahead. It's that simple. Type that in the comments, planning. It is like it's a bad word in church. I am just so amazed when I work with ministries that say, oh, here, Elder Ware, here's our plan for the year. We are in March. I'm praying. I know things happen. So I'm praying that your church has a plan for the year as it relates to marketing. And then, as I said, we're going to have a separate plan for Easter. All right. Listen, life happens. So don't beat yourself up over the head if you don't have a plan in place, if you're a pastor or executive pastor that's watching. But I want you to go ahead and make that a priority to pull that together. I'm telling you, it'll make life so much easier. It gives you a roadmap. All right. Now, the second part of this planning, again, 60 days out, 45 days out, just depending where you are, is to assign roles and responsibilities to the team I shared with you on Monday. I said a marketing director. Their role, you're going to assign them to oversee the plan and the execution of the plan. What you don't want to do is have someone that's, territorial, that, I always do this and this is how we've done this. Sometimes fresh people bring fresh ideas. And your current team, they may be busy working on the overall marketing team for the year. Yep. So you put together this specific team so that they then can focus just on Easter. All right. Yes, they want the SMART acronym again. Let me give that to you. The S is specific. I love it. You guys are taking notes. Look, you all follow, you listened to what I said. You pulled out the big pencil, right? Specific, measurable, yes, achievable, relevant, and then time bound. One more time. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Good stuff. I see you guys taking notes and putting them in the comments. Good stuff. All right, let's keep going. So our first team member is our marketing director. If you've got someone in your church that they are a professional, they don't have a lot of time to serve on a regular basis, this would be a great place to give them an opportunity to serve, to ask them, listen, Mr. Business Professional, I know you're super busy, but we could use you. It's just for 6 weeks. It's for 5 weeks, whatever the length of time, to lead our marketing efforts. You do it in your corporate space. You do it for the organization where you work or serve, and we would like you to do it for the church. All right. Then the second team member I talked about, social media coordinator. They're going to create and manage your social media posts. Your graphic designer, they're going to design your promotional materials. Your video producer, they're going to create video promos and content. Your website person, your outreach coordinator. Let's see. I'm forgetting. Oh, your content creator, and then your PR. Yes, your person, your public relations person. They can write content. They can write scripts. They can service PSAs. So your team, go back and watch the video on Monday because I break that down more in depth. But having a dedicated team with specific roles, it ensures that no task is overlooked. And that's what helps avoid burnout. Yep. And then it helps to share the workload. Even in my smaller ministries, and I work with smaller ministries all the time, you may have 3 people that have to encompass all of these roles. You still need a plan. You still need a plan. What is it that we can do? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How can we pull this off? So we're going to set SMART goals that work for our ministry, that work for our time frame. All right. Then number 3, you are going to focus on developing your marketing messages and then your branding elements. For instance, you got to come up with an Easter theme. What is it? The greatest comeback, Easter at the name of your church, focus, whatever it is, come up with a theme. Your pastor may give you the theme or the team may come up with the theme, but you want to make sure that you're in alignment with the spirit of the house. All right. And then create 3 to 5 talking points around this theme that you then can use in your marketing, in your social media, on your billboards, in your PSA. See, this is going to make sure that the messaging is consistent. You don't want people to have to come up with their own thought as to what it is you're trying to communicate, right? You want to communicate it. You want to set the stage for what's going to happen at your church, all right? And then ensure consistent branding. Have a logo. How many of you all create logos for your different events? See, I think a lot of times churches think marketing your church logo, that's all you need. But that couldn't be further from the truth. You want to make sure that you have a logo that's specific for the event. It helps with buy-in. It helps with consistency. Yes, and it helps communicate to those members that you have deputized. Y'all got to go back and watch the video from Monday so you understand what I'm talking about when I say deputized. But those members that you deputized, it helps them stay focused on the messaging, all right? And then you want to develop your promotional materials, whether it's flyers, social graphics, banners, Instagram story covers, right? Ebooks, whatever it is. If you're giving away trinkets or keys or ink pens, whatever it is, you want to make sure that that team develops that promotional item and that it is connected, right, to the branding that you've established for Easter. All right. And let me say this, Holy Spirit is kind of telling me this, and I want to share it. I know it can be hard to bring in outsiders. I kind of mentioned the word territory, right? Your marketing team, your marketing person may feel a little territorial. And so one of the things that you can do is create this sub team, like an ad hoc, right? You don't have to give them, an official ministry title. They are just the marketing team that's focusing on marketing for Easter. This will give a few things will happen. It stops your regular marketing people from being territorial and trying to take over by doing things the way we've always done them. One of the reasons why you want to implement this new team is so that they can focus and bring fresh ideas. They're not worried about getting out the regular weekly email blast. They're not worried about doing website updates. They're not worried about trying to create content to post on social media to cover your regular Sunday service information, right? This team, they're fresh. They're just focused on Easter. Number two, it gives you an opportunity to identify new talent. Yep. Hey, nephew, I see you, Edward Pierce. Yeah, it gives you that opportunity to identify new talent. And then number three, it gives your existing marketing team an opportunity to see that you've got people in your church that can be used if you just allow them. And I know that's a whole nother teaching, but Holy Spirit just kind of leaned in and shared that with me, or brought that to my spirit. So I wanted to share that with you also. Don't be afraid to incorporate new people. I know sometimes you're like, oh, it may cause an imbalance in, let's see, I want to say this. It may cause an imbalance in trust, but it's just all in the way you present it. All right. You have to make it so that they see the benefit, because you don't want to offend your current marketing team. You appreciate their efforts. But sometimes, this is the whole leadership teaching, but you may have a team or some people that you're really ready to retire, right? But you can't just kill them. But how do you get rid of a team that you no longer want and you don't want it to cause confusion? You just starve them. You don't feed them, right? You let them kind of just drift away. That, again, that's a whole nother leadership teaching, but it works. All right, let's keep going. So number 4, you want to create a content calendar for social media, for email, and for website updates. Yep, that is true. Yes, good stuff. I see you, Lady Grace. Glad to have you on. Patty Johnson, she says, I love your live videos. Such great information. Thank you so much. Yeah, create a content calendar, not just for social media, but for your email marketing and your website updates. You should plan social media posts. These posts shouldn't just be the flyer. Oh my God. Listen, y'all, hold on. I had to get the wand down. You all stop posting the social media flyer as the marketing tool for Easter. Absolutely not. There's so much more you can do on social media. That flyer that you have branded to promote Easter, that should just be the announcement, right? Then you take the branding from that and you can create countdown slides or countdown. You all know the new thing, or the popular thing again on Instagram is to create carousels. So you could take that branding and create carousels for Easter. All right. You also could use it as a frame and have testimonials from some of your members to use. You get a 2-for-1 out of that. You're going to post it on your social media, and then they're going to post it on theirs. But the branding is all the same, and it identifies your church. And then you give them a script to say. Maybe the script is just an intro and an outro, but in the outro, for sure, it has to be a CTA. What's a CTA? Put that in the comments. What is a CTA? You want to make sure that you get leverage out of your social media. What is a CTA? It's so important. It is vital. It is vital to the success of your campaign. That's right. Call to action. You want to make sure when you're asking members of your church to do testimonials, to do invites, to do promos, that you script it so that you're sure what you're going to get. You ever thought about it? Influencers that get paid, those companies still give them scripts. They give them guidelines. They don't let them just go rogue and post. It's the same concept. They do that to make sure that their messaging is consistent and it is on brand. And churches should do the same thing. All right. So we're going to create a plan, a content calendar, and a plan for social media, even service reminders. Yeah. You want to make sure that you've got graphics to remind them of service on Sunday. And then, by the way, 6 weeks to Resurrection Sunday, 5 weeks to resurrection, whatever the script is, whatever the call to action, you want to make sure that they're all saying the same thing. And then, of course, countdown graphics are great. Sermon clips are great. And I love the green screen effect that you do on TikTok. You can have a green screen and then pointing up and saying, should be like a video of your pastor, and then pointing up saying, yeah, this is why you don't want to miss Resurrection Sunday. We are on fire. And then boom, pow, or, whatever. But that's what that team with fresh ideas can come up with. All right. Then they also can update the church website with Easter service details. Make it a page. Change your menu. That's one of the things I find that most churches, they don't change their menu on their website. Do you know it's really simple to turn off a page and turn on a page? So for Easter, you could even make your Easter page your home page, right? Or it could be a pop-up that after somebody's on your website for 5 seconds, it pops up. And then it has included a call to action, which may be an opt-in for people to register that they're going to watch or come in person. That's a whole nother teaching. As a digital pastor, I guess I'm speaking that into existence. I'm not a digital pastor, but I would love to be one. As a digital pastor, it is important that you connect with your online audience. As a campus, they are an external campus to your church. And so you want to make sure that on your website, they have a place to call home as well. All right. And then I want you to incorporate Facebook and Instagram ads. If you need help with that, let me know. I manage those for clients. We have a great time doing it. I've been doing them for myself. They're very, very effective. And let me tell you this, you can run Facebook and Instagram ads based on key demographics, including zip code, marital status, education. Um, let's see, my favorite to do is people that have spent X amount of time on a particular page on your website. Or even like this video is on Facebook. I could run an ad to people that spent more than X amount of time on this video. I'm telling you, it's endless what you can do with Facebook ads. And then don't forget, like what I said yesterday, snail mail still works. So sending out flyers to anyone that's located within 5 to 10 miles of your church based on zip code and then whatever demographics that you want to have. All right. I have said a mouthful. We're at 26 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. I still got 4 more points, right? I will do those tomorrow or Friday, but I'm not going to hold you. I promise that I wasn't going to be on more than 30 minutes now that I'm back doing these every day. Because again, your girl's a student and I've got reading to do and writing to do. I could talk to y'all all day, to be honest with you, but have to stay focused. So listen, thank you guys so much. Oh, I see the comments. Somebody said, thank you for this valuable information. Good stuff. Make sure you guys are following me. Oh, you know what? Let me just show some of these comments for those of you on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for showing up. Absolutely. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on today. I want to make sure that you are subscribed to my email newsletter. I'm going to give you that information. As a matter of fact, those of you watching me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and tell you, all you have to do is text the word join to the number 678-271-1601. All right. And then those of you that are watching me online, I want to give you, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Hold on one second. There we go. I want to make sure that you all do the same thing. Just go to your text message and you can text join again to the number 678-271-1601. And then, of course, I've got different teachings and trainings and, product and all of that on my website. So go check your girl out at thewearagency.com/store. All right. Again, thewearagency.com/store. And you can I've got my WOW book. I've got some other books and trainings on there that you can purchase, as well as there's some free stuff on there as well. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. God bless you.